Good morning and welcome back everyone to Video Dara on the Farm. Another lovely sunny Monday morning. Yeah, we are needing some rain though. We're getting a bit desperate now. We had a bit of a shower in the night, about 1.5 mil. Nothing a lot, but greatly appreciated. Yeah, so what we've got for this week's video, well, we're getting the final top dressing on the winter wheat with nitrogen, and that's going to be a granular, and of course spraying continues, well, and just everything else what crops up in the daily routine on the farm. So anyway, hopefully we'll see you through to the end, and hope you enjoy it. It's all go this sunny Monday morning. We've got Northern straw here, loading bales out. These look like they're going for mushroom compost, these. We'll soon see. Yeah, they've started shifting the stack. A lot to go at yet though. But they're experts at the job. They'll load a lot of bales, these chaps. Yeah, these will be top bales and what's got wet. That's why they're going for mushroom compost. Canvas update. If you look in the background, I'll turn the camera around in a minute, you'll see it's certainly greening up now after last week when it was only just starting to re-sprout. It's growing on quick. Yeah, as you can see, this miscanthus, it's shifting. I showed you it the other week as well, little shoots, but yeah, it's starting to bulk up now. As you can see, it's growing from the original plant in there, plus there's more side shoots coming off. It's thickening up because this field was thin, but it was a lot later planted than the others. But yeah, certainly this time it's all green. And there's a field in the background you can see, and it's all greened up as well. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get going. Here's George and Andrew. They're at Melton Road Farm. They're just putting a couple of pieces into the FSI scheme. Andrew's on the gator with the stock seeder on it, which is applying the SFI mix, and George is following up with the chain arrows, just tickling it in, covering it up, and then both praying for some rain to make it grow. This is on some SFI land down Roxby Cars. It's come well. It's flowering. It's a nice covering like it's a crop of rape, but obviously it's not. So yeah, pleased with that. It's all coming well. The fields down here, a bit dry when it went in, but yeah, and one across the way there, all looking well. Back in the rape again. This is probably our best bit after the mushroom compost and no flea beetle or pig damage. It's just coming out of full flower, you can see. It's nice and even, and we're just giving it a petal fall spray top of the flowers for sclerotinia. So but at the minute, with it being dry, sclerotinia isn't such a problem. Yeah, it's only when it becomes wet where sclerotinia becomes a problem, and the petals fall onto the stems and stick onto them. That's when you get sclerotinia. There's a very vague possibility if it did come really wet, I don't think it's going to do, we'd have to go through with a second spray later on when petal fall's nearly complete, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. And wheat looks well in the distance. You can see where the pods are starting to form. They'll fill out with oilseed rape. Yeah, must be quite a lot on the stems in this field. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get a good crop of it this year. This is our worst bit of rape. It was coming alright, and then pigeons took hold, and yeah, it's never recovered really. Got a bit of rubbish in the bottom. Very gappy, but majority of the field though, it's not bad. So yeah, pigeons were kept off the rest of it. It's just this corner here where it managed to get going, and yeah, they're beggars to keep off then. We had this sheet made for the underside of my spraying tractor, because we've just been spraying the oilseed rape. Of course, with it not being self-propelled, you get a lot of damage underneath, so we'd smooth out any obstructions to stop it breaking the stems. Yeah, and it worked well. But now I've just taken it off because you can't wash the tractor very well, because it all filled with water as it ran down into it. But as you can see, got a few flowers on, had a few more on, but yeah, it's done the job, and we shall use that when we're actually spraying the crop off with Roundup. So it'll come in handy again. Well, come in handy every year now. It's tapered at the front for the front axle and the engine, then it widens up at the back there under the drawbar and where the rear wheels axles, well, the axles there. George is here applying the final dose of nitrogen to the winter wheats. We tend to do this rather than applying liquid fert, because now the crop is a lot bigger, you can soon get a bit of leaf scorch on the wheat, which can be detrimental to the yield. And anyway, this year, especially with it being dry and the crop's under stress, it doesn't need any leaf scorching, otherwise we're going to start losing yield when we don't really have to. So that's why we're putting solid fertiliser on at the minute, and it's extran nitrogen, and we're using the variable rates on all the wheats again this time. This is just come to fill up. Derek's waiting. Straight in, not messing around. Extra, that's what we're putting on. Every last bit, we don't want any leaving in the bags. On board with George. We're just going around the headland of another field, and as you can see, we're on variable rate again. So yeah, we're at the minute 250, and then it keeps altering. 165 now one side. This is a better thing than the sprayer, because it can alter 18 metres. One side's different to the other, but the sprayer can only alter a full boom. So yeah. Anyway, we're topping up with the granular nitrogen, so we don't get any scorching on the leaves with it being under stress at the minute. So yeah, we all seem to like doing a final pass. I mean, the wheat's looking well at the minute. Tie the discs up. Anyway, he's on the headland, so I'll show you the board that's spreading, how far it is. Right, there's bits of fertiliser coming here. You can't quite see it hitting the border, which I'd hoped you would do from the video, but yeah, rest assured it's not going into the hedge bottom. Well, of course the order's got his border setting on at that side, so it drop point's different on the disc, so it's not throwing it into the edge bottom. And then that'll be altered when he gets going up and down the field. If you watch closely, you'll notice that the fertiliser spreader doesn't switch off until it gets into the tram line just there. That's because it's got to throw it back 18 metres, and then conversely, when he's setting it on the next tram line, it goes a long way before it switches on, because you can see he's just crossing the headland breed now with the spreader, and then he'll have to go another 18 metres forward before it switches on and throws back. So yeah, it's switched on now, and yeah, it's surprising how far you have to go before it starts. Well, back in the vining piece at the minute, we're just doing a bit of an experiment. We're putting on a feeder and something to relieve crop stress, well, see if it makes any difference. So as part of the trial, I've just shoved, I'm leaving a strip 18 metres unsprayed. So we shall see if there's any difference, see if it's worthwhile. Because obviously they need a drink like everything else, and they're looking a bit stressed. So we're just trying this. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see if I can get some drone footage of it later, and an aerial view, see if we can see if any, if there is any difference. It'd be interesting to see. Update on the Mecanthus bales, what have been going away. This is all what we're left. But unfortunately it's a part load, so they don't come for part loads usually. We're just waiting to find out what's happening. Well, they do come for part loads, but they might be waiting for some more to make them up to a full load, so we'll just see what happens. I'm over at Melton doing the T1s on the winter wheat here. Well, this field didn't get a pre-emergent spray in winter, and as you can see, it's fairly messy. So obviously there's a weed killer going in at the minute to make it clean. But anyway, yeah, it's only a bit thin, this crop. It's not worth spending a lot on, because it's on some poor land here at Melton. What fields of wheat we've got, they're not the best. Yeah, it didn't get done last week because this on a lot lighter land, it was under stress, this field, than the other fields, so it wouldn't have been very good spraying it in the heat of all that sun. So we've left it this week, cooling down nicely. Yeah, going well really, but yeah, you can see how thin it is. The rubbish in between it. Just goes to show the importance of a good pre-emergent spray on it in the autumn. Thank you, George, for the footage of the horses on Risby Warren. They appear to be thirsty. George is filling the water tank up, and yeah, they're coming while he's doing it to the water trough to get a drink, and they are looking in extremely good condition. But when you look around at the surrounding grass, there's not a lot for them to eat, but they are actually must be finding quite a bit, because like I said, they're in very good condition. just back in the spring barley. First time since I put the second dose of liquid nitrogen on it. And I must say, it's looking rather well. This particular field, it is sandy, very sandy, but it's had a cover crop on it, and it's had mushroom compost applied. This particular field, it was applied in the autumn. But yeah, say it's sandy, it's looking really well at the minute. I'm not saying it wants a drink, because it does do, it needs a drink, but at the minute it's not looking too bad. Yeah, this is getting a weed killer on it, a few weeds, broadleaf weeds, different other things popping up, and also it's getting fungicide. But yeah, as you can see, it's not looking too bad really. Weeds will soon curl up with this weed killer I'm giving it, so yeah, it's going on nicely. Well, that's it for another edition of Video Diary on the Farm. Hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick update on my Canthus bales. Yeah, that part load, they did actually send a lorry the other day and took them. They had another 5 to pick up at another farm, so that worked in quite nicely. So yeah, they're all gone. But once again, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next week. Oh, don't forget, please like, share and subscribe. Especially subscribe, because it really does help the channel along. So yeah, press that button and get notified every week. See you next week.